On the one-year anniversary of announcing plans to defer 2.6 million hectares of BC's most ecologically at-risk old-growth forest, the BC NDP provided a pretty ambiguous and misleading update boasting that old-growth logging had declined to record lows. But what does this really mean? See, back in April, they announced that over 1 million hectares had been deferred, yet weeks later reports came out detailing how they had simultaneously allowed logging of other at-risk forests. This recent update follows a similar course of dissuasion with a notoriously hush-hush approach to any substantial figures, failing to provide details on how much had been logged where, future plans to log, or how much logging had actually been stopped. They then used stats from 2015 to suggest that old-growth logging had declined 42% as a result of their actions, yet those numbers were from 4 years before they even took office, and that decline had already begun due to numerous economic factors as a result of diminished old-growth supply in the first place. In the years they have been in power, 39,400 hectares of old-growth was logged annually, but this past year that number dropped down to 38,300, a less than 3% decrease, equivalent to going from logging 151 soccer fields of old-growth a day to 147. Now keep in mind that these deferrals do not in any way equate to protection. They still haven't protected anything. Once deferred, logging is merely suspended for 2 years to give Indigenous nations time to choose how to manage their forests, yet at the same time, the NDP has refused to allocate the resources that would enable these nations to seek alternatives and make a balanced decision, as 150 years of colonization has left them with limited options. If the BC NDP truly wants to fulfill their promises for something polls show up to 92% of British Columbians want while also supporting UNDRIP, they need to actually stop logging old-growth forests and allocate the necessary resources to support these nations during this paradigm shift as we, as a society, change the way we value these forests.